What's going on, YouTube? It's Silva Armory. I'm your host, James Silva from 180 Personal Training Studios in Chicago, Illinois. And this behind me is not 180 Personal Training Studios. This is actually the standard gym that you would find in any hotel. And that's what this video is about. This video is going to give you ideas of what to do when you get to a hotel. And they tell you they have a great gym. You get there and there's very limited equipment. There's no dumbbells and there's very limited cardio. How are you going to get a fat burning, metabolism boosting workout with those conditions? And what we're going to go over is how to do that with your own body weight, as well as using some resistor bands that you can easily carry with you in your luggage, in your backpack, on your travels. So let's get into that workout right now with the warm-up. So first of all, you just got to the hotel, which means you spent numerous hours either driving there or flying there. And in both cases, you were sitting down for long periods of time, so your shoulders are rounded forward from either driving, or even your hamstrings are just very tight from sitting down in a seated position for a long period of time. So we want to stretch to get the proper range of motion. So we're going to go over some yoga moves to loosen up the hamstrings as well as open up the rib cage, like I just said. So we're going to get on the floor, and we're going to start with a downward dog, where you pike the butt straight up, and you're trying to drive the heels close to the ground as possible so you can feel a good stretch in the calf all the way up to the hamstrings. You're going to hold this for about 15 to about 20 seconds, if a little bit longer, maybe 30 seconds. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to come on up into an upward dog. And doing this helps open up the rib cage, open up the abs. You're going to hold this for about 15 to, again, 20 seconds. And back to a downward dog and upward dog. Okay, and we're going to do a couple sets of those, maybe 2 or 3 sets, just to, loosen up the body and get yourself ready for the workout. So we're going to do a total body workout. We're going to start with our biggest muscle groups and go down to our smallest muscle groups. So we're going to start off with legs, and we're going to do squats. Now what we want is to put our feet about shoulder width apart, our hands right in front of us, sticking your hips way back, and pretend like you're going to sit down in an imaginary chair. And you're going to push up from the heels, drive up, squeeze the glutes, come on up. Now, if this is too easy for you, we brought those bands. And what you can do is just stand on the band. Keep the resistance tight by keeping it above your shoulder. Same thing, come back up. And again, if this is too easy, we can double up on the bands. And then squat down and pick it up. Alright, so let's get into the workout. That's how to do the squat, but what we're going to do is we're going to go from squats supersetted with burpees, okay? So, and the way we're doing this is one is actually going to go climb upwards and the other one's climbing downwards. So we're going to start with one squat and we're going to come on down and do 10 burpees. After you get done with the 10 burpees, you're going to do 2 squats, then 9 burpees. Then 3 squats, 8 burpees, 4 squats, 7 burpees, and so on, until eventually you're down to 1 burpee, 10 squats. So you just finished the burpees and the squats. You should be tired, exhausted. Great, good job. Take a small break, and we're going to get into our next exercises, which is our lunges and our rows, so we can incorporate more on the legs, as well as start to hit our lats, our back. And if you have bad knees, don't do lunges. We're going to do squats instead, and I'll show you how to do the variation with the squats after this. But I'm going to show you right now how to do it with the lunges. First of all, you want to make sure your band is around a nice sturdy pole that's not going to go anywhere on you. Also, I'm using 2 bands. You could use 1 band depending on your strength level. And what we're going to do is we're going to step back, go into a reverse lunge, and row. And what we're doing is we're actually going to climb upwards. We're going to hold the lunge at the bottom. Now, on the first rep, we're just doing 1. On the second one, we're going to hold it at the bottom, do 2, and then again, 3. And we're going to move our way up to 10. And then once you do 10, you're going to take a small break, do the other leg, start from 1, go all the way up to 10. And then after that, this is the variation. You can do the same thing, but with the squat. Hold the squat at the bottom, row, start with 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then move up to 10. So we just did our lunges with our rows. So we just burn out our legs, we burn out our back, and now we're going to get into chest. And now for chest specifically, in a gym like this, you're not going to have any bench presses or any kind of dumbbells. Here we only have one pair of dumbbells, and this isn't going to do much for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to have push-ups for our primary source of our chest workout. And there's many different variations of push-ups that we can do. And for those of you who cannot even hold your own body weight, I do have a how to do a push-up for beginners guide video that I'll put at the end of this video, so that way you can get the link to that. But we're going to start off with first of all, our basic beginner push-up on our knees. Now, if this is too easy for you, you could always just go ahead on your toes. And if on your toes push-ups a little too easy for you, we can start adding in additional things like our knee crunch to the side to start targeting our abs as well. Now for the knee crunch, you want to do 15 push-ups on one side, 15 on the other, and then again 15, 15. So 4 sets total, 2 on each side. If you want different variations of push-ups, you go ahead and grab the band to add a little bit of resistance into the push-up. Or you could just start going into plyometric push-ups if you're that advanced. Alright, so now we just did our chest, we did our back, we're going to go into shoulders. Now to do that, we got our bands, we're going to stand on the band, and we're going to superset 3 different shoulder exercises. Our first one, we're going to cross over our hands just like this and go into an upright row. So you're just pulling it, keeping the bands or your hands as close to the body as possible, just giving it up to your chin. After we do about 12 to 15 reps of that, we got the arms down to the side. We're going to go to lateral raises like this. And we want to take them up parallel to the floor, straight down to your sides. We're going to go another 12 to 15 reps of that. After that, you're going to take the arms straight up and go into a shoulder press. And this, we want to burn out on. So if you can get to 15, great. If you go to 20 and burn out, perfect. All right, and we're going to do 3 sets of that total. So you're going to do your first set, 15, 15, burn out, take a break. 15, 15, burn out, take a break, get some water, and then again. All right, so we just did our shoulders, and now we're down to our arms, our biceps, and our triceps. And to hit our biceps and triceps, we're going to use our bands, wrap them around again a solid pole. And what we're going to do first is our bicep curl. Our bicep curl, make sure your elbows are in front of your body, so that way you have a full range of motion when you do the bicep curl. If you keep your elbows back here, it's a very short range of motion that you have, and you're not getting the full effect of your bicep curl. And then what we're also going to go into is the tricep kickback. By keeping your elbows to the side, keeping your back straight, and just pushing straight back. Now, here's where that superset from the beginning comes back. We're going to go into 10 curls, and then 1 kickback. And then you're going to come on up, 9 curls, 2 kickbacks, and eventually down to 1 curl, 10 kickbacks. You're going to move your way on up until you feel a great pump in the bicep and the tricep. So we just finished biceps and triceps. We're going to go into our abs. Now, you can do crunches, you can do bicep kicks, you can do everything that you're probably used to doing with abs. What we're going to focus on in this workout today is actually your transverse abdominis, building a stronger trunk. So by doing that, we're going to actually start with a plank by dropping down to your elbows and onto your toes. Now, you want a neutral spine alignment, so my back is straight, my butt's not way up in the air, it's not like humping the floor. I'm just kind of keeping my body tight, keeping the stomach as tight as possible. And we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds to a minute. Now, if that gets a little too easy for you, or actually if that's too hard for you, you can start off with just on your knees and your elbows, and then move your way up to your toes. And then again, to progress it, just take one leg up, keep it a little bit more weight on and stability. And then also, if you want, you can start going into twisting open into a side plank. Now, another thing we can do is go from a plank into a push-up position, like this, by just taking your hand to where your elbow was. And we want to do whatever exercise you pick for the plank. We want to do it for either, if you're going to do it for time, do it about 30 seconds to a minute for about 3 sets. Or if you're doing the reps from the plank to the push-up, Do about 16 reps to keep it even. Continuing on with our transverse abdominis, we're going to go to a side plank. And by doing that, we're going to put one elbow directly underneath our shoulders, and we're going to put our legs straight out, stacked on top of each other, and pick ourselves up. Keeping your core as tight as possible, holding it up. Now, if that's too hard for you, you could bend your knees, make the lever shorter, and hold yourself up. If this is too easy, you could just go straight and put one hand down to support your body, like so. And then you want to eventually just hold it up just on your elbows and toes. Again, same thing as we did on the other workout, is we want to have it where we're holding for about 30 seconds to a minute on one side, then do it on the other. So eventually you're going to do 4 sets of this, 2 on one side, 2 on the other, for about a minute each. Good job, you just finished your total body workout. You hit every major muscle group. So you hit your quads, your hams, our glutes, our lats, our pecs, our delts, our biceps, and our triceps, and our abs. Excellent, good job. So if you're looking for different variations of hotel workouts similar to this one, just leave me a comment in the comment section below, as well as if you have any kind of questions, comments, or feedback about this video specifically, just leave them in the comment section below. Right in the middle here we have our how to do a push-up video that I promised. Also in the corners, over on both corners, we have videos from our trainers at 180 Personal Training Studios. Don't forget to check them out, give them some love. Also, don't forget to subscribe right here. It's a big red button. Hit subscribe. We'll be glad to put out more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Workouts like this, if you guys are on the road and going to hotel rooms and want to do different workouts for different variety of workouts, please just contact me. Go under 180pts.com. Good job, Dave. You just kicked the fucking camera.
Hey.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice you were there. All right.
1036. 1000.
I'll do that. 700. 701. Oh, hey, how you guys doing? I didn't even see you guys there. You want to work out, you want to burn fat, and you get to the gym, and there's nothing there that you could use. There's no free weight equipment that's available, and you're lucky if they have a pair of working dumbbells, or even a what?
Working dumbbells?
I do not work total body workout using equipment. Not using equipment.
Hey, YouTube, this is Davina talking over James because he's fucking up.
I keep fucking up. That's okay. It's okay. You're gonna be in the next video for the butt.
He doesn't know my face is on there.
Hey YouTube, this is Davina right here, and she's gonna be in our butt video that's coming up next.